Day 6 on the Carnival Jubilee, port day in Cozumel. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. We have just got the announcement that we can get off the ship here at Cozumel, Mexico. If you do a lot of cruising in the Caribbean, at some point you're gonna end up here at this port because it's one of the popular ones. I think they can get quite a few ships in here. We're not gonna be hanging out too much at the port itself. We might walk around a little bit. We're just gonna go to the taxi area, hop on a taxi because we have booked reservations for Paradise Beach. Paradise Beach, we bought the all-inclusive experience, so we get all you can eat and drink for the day. Now, I didn't look into this much. A couple years back, we went to Mr. Sancho's, which is basically the same concept as this, right? Mr. Sancho's was nice and all, but I left there feeling a little bit disappointed. Not because I didn't have a good experience at all, but I didn't even get to meet the guy. I don't know if there was a meet or greet or something, but I didn't see Mr. Sancho. We might have missed the line for that. It would have been good to at least like get a picture with him or something, but I didn't get to do that. So I'm like, we ain't coming here again. I'm not coming back to this dump. So we decided, next time we're going to Paradise. So we booked our spot on Paradise Beach. That's true. I'm not kidding about that. That's exactly how it went down. After our last Cozumel Beach Club visit to Mr. Sancho's, we decided to mix things up and try Paradise Beach. We booked this all-inclusive package hoping for that perfect Cozumel port day. But with this being one of the most popular cruise ports and all the buzz about big crowds, we had to wonder, would Paradise Beach actually live up to its name?
Too much tequila.
We are unfortunately about to die.
We're coming from Cozumel. Let's talk a little bit about our day here at Paradise Beach.
So today was our Cozumel day. There were 6 ships in port. So if you calculate that, I don't know how many that is, but that's a lot of people.
Fun fact about Cozumel, there are 3 main cruise ship ports here. While specific cruise lines tend to use certain piers like Carnival at Puerto Maya, which is where we were, ships can sometimes be moved around depending on how busy the port is. Regardless of where you dock, this video is about Paradise Beach, so most of this info will apply to everyone. Pretty much like many ports, it's a big open area with lots of shops, lots of things to buy, lots of people want you to come in their shop and buy things at their shop.
Kind of walked around, felt out the port a little bit, just a bunch of shops. Not really anything else to do.
Not ready for a drink.
I just heard a guy say, "I'm ready for a drink." It's 9:30.
Not ready for a drink.
I'm trying to find myself a shark tooth necklace. I wanted to roll into Paradise Beach in style because I want to look fresh. If I had a badass shark tooth necklace and I'm walking into Paradise Beach, I don't want any buff dudes on the beach to be trying to test me. They see I got a shark tooth necklace that looks like I killed a shark and just had his tooth hanging from my neck. They might be like, "Oh man, I don't want to mess with that guy." So I wanted something that looked legit, not like a toy. And first store, now it had a basketball attached. It was a little tooth. That wasn't gonna work out. I'm trying to impress people here. So we went to the next shop and the guy, he was across the shop across. He heard me. I wasn't even speaking really loud. He heard that I wanted a shark tooth necklace. I was like, "What do you got? What do you got?" He's like, "I got your shark tooth necklace. I got what you need." So we went over there and I tried on the shark tooth necklace. I'm like, this might work. This might work. I'm like, "What? What kind of money we talking about, hombre?" And he's like, $60. I'm like, "Get out of here." He's like, "Immediately, 30. We automatically cut it in half. And get out of town, bro. I was like, "I'll give you $5 for that necklace." And he's like, "No." I tried to get a shark tooth necklace. Completely unsuccessful at the port. Kind of disappointed. It would have went really well with this beach experience. So, yeah. Walk around. Keep going, you will eventually run into where the cabs are. Cab section laid out really easily. You'll have people with signs and stuff. They'll have a sign with all the rental prices, and it even has all the popular places in Cozumel. Cost us $18 one way to Paradise Beach at this current time.
They make this so easy.
When we got to the taxi service, they made sure we had a reservation. And then in the taxi, he made sure we had a reservation. There are so many people in port that they want to make sure you have a place to go.
We got in a taxi. Our taxi cab driver was super friendly. I'm not sure that all the taxis have the credit card machine. So if you know that you're going to be paying with credit card, make sure you get into a taxi that can charge you in their cab. But it's probably just safe to bring cash. It was about 10-15 minute drive.
Hello.
There were about 900 guests that they had reserved for today. So make sure you make those reservations.
We got to Paradise Beach, we get out, they take us to the reservation check-in, we pay the rest of our amount.
They gave us a little tour.
He gave us the Wi-Fi passwords, the resort, 'cause you get free Wi-Fi there, and asked us where we would like to be sat. Did we want to sit near the pool or did we want a spot on the beach? We chose the beach. So once we got to the beach, he asked us then, would you like to be away from the beach in a more shady area, or would you like to be closer to the ocean? We had more of a selection since we got there early enough. We wanted to be close to the ocean. So we ended up in the second row next to the water.
And we get here and we have an umbrella, some beach chairs, our own servers, and we are seated right in front of this.
We chose a spot real close to the water because, mentioned this before, in our cruise, it's January and where we live, it is cold.
And that's pretty much where we remained. If you don't want to ever leave your seat, you don't have to. You can just put your feet in the sand and sit right there, or put your feet up, whatever you want to do. I read a little bit. The people came around and brought us food and drinks all day.
And those guys, they were on top of it. When you needed something, they were right there. You have a menu. We had to be in at 3:30. The server said something about a Mai Tai, and that just sounded really good to me for whatever reason. And I started drinking a little bit earlier than what I normally would. Let's just say that.
I'm ready for a drink.
Starting this morning off right. A little early for this, but got some waters too. This is our second day of being in Mexico, and Brandy has not taken a shot of tequila yet. So at some point, I'm gonna have to get her to take a shot of tequila, because it's a rule, right?
One Mai Tai down. Boom.
Adric's out there. There he is. I'm gonna have to have like 5 more of these Mai Tais before I get in that cold water. It's a little chilly.
Now, they put these activities like right in your face. You can't get on the inflatables unless you buy the activities package. We all got it, so we could get on these inflatables because they looked pretty cool. And Adric wanted to do them. He took a little nap in his chair, and we kind of surprised him when he woke up with the wristband for the activities. And we asked our server, said, hey, how do we get the activities? He said, you can do that right here with us. Paid credit card, you probably pay cash, however you want to pay. And he brought us an extra wristband that gave us access to inflatables.
We got snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding.
I think wave runners were separate, stuff like that. The property didn't seem very big, at least the beach part of it, but you could walk down a ways if you wanted to.
They said that the property line goes to the pier. There's a little bit of area, he said, over there on the side for adults only, but mainly this place is for families.
But very pretty, really calm waters, clear, blue, beautiful waters. Right there in the sand, you get a lot of people on the little beach like that, like churning up sand and stuff. It kind of gets a little cloudy, but the further out you go, you can see how clear the water is, because the water is super clear there in Cozumel, one of the #1 spots in Mexico for scuba diving.
Adric had a great time at the water park that they have there.
He loved it.
I love the water.
At first, Brandy went out with Adric, but Brandy's athletically challenged. Let's just say that.
I made it to you. Oh my God. It's so cold.
He does not like the water. How do I get up here? There's not enough handles. Look at this. Oh, this is so much fun. We are getting up on the slide. Mom is with us. We are unfortunately about to die. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. She went on the second highest one.
All right, here we go.
I didn't even scream on that.
You ready?
She went like this when she jumped. Skirt!
just swallowed a ton of water.
I knew that wasn't gonna last very long. We got some food. I got the mahi tacos. They had a little bit of spice to them with some chipotle sauce. They were good.
Oh yeah, baby.
Brandy got spicy shrimp tacos. Adria got chicken fingers with a little bit of honey mustard sauce and some chips and guac.
Good.
How do you feel about the guacamole?
Ooh la la. Oh, the best day ever. It's the best.
Better than yesterday?
Heck yeah. 2,000 times
Yesterday
better.
was the best day of your life, though.
Not anymore. That bird thing was.
All the food that we had was delicious. Drinks were good. Not the best, but they were good enough, right? I mean, for the price that you pay. I liked it. And they kept them coming, too. It was some of the best service. The service was what made it. So after we ate, I got in the water with Adric.
All right, here we go.
It's a little chilly. This is January, guys.
I got used to it. You get used to it. Even in January, it's not too cold.
Yeah, it was warm.
The coldest that it will be all year really is in January, but probably so close to 80 degrees, I would say. It might have been like 78.
Totally.
Adric was swimming, I was swimming. I was helping him get up on them, and we worked our way from one to the other. We didn't get to do them all.
I'll tell you what, you get out past those first little tubes, you can't touch anymore. You have to swim the whole rest of the way. So if your kid can't swim real great, probably a good idea to have some kind of life vest. A lot of swimming. If you're having a hard time swimming, you can just go on your back. Yeah, we can't touch right here. Get to the cooler one, it's deeper water. You think you could climb up that? Whoa.
Look at this view. This is sick.
That's where we're gonna go next. Swim over to those handles.
We made it to the big one. I was like, we gotta do the big one, right?
I went down one of the biggest floats. One of the biggest sides.
Had like a ramp on the end of it that makes you do a flip. Adric, he went face first. He like slowed down at the end and kind of did like a roll into it at the end.
I barely made it.
But then some young little punks came in right after him, almost hit him. Keep your eye on those little punks. So I went down it like a champion, did a little flip. I don't know, it was probably pretty sloppy looking.
That's the way to do it, boys.
But anyway, we sat there for a little bit. Adric got some more chips and guac. Got some more drinks. I got some Tecate, you know.
Like a baked sunglass.
We ordered some nachos. We got like some regular like cheese nachos, and Brandy got some nachos with works. It had like chicken, beef, all kinds of stuff on it. And there was so much food on this list and drinks. We didn't get to try out hardly any of it that was on this because it was a lot, right? Everything that we had was delicious.
Cheers.
Brandy and I, we did tequila shots because, you know, so Brandy, we're in Mexico, we have to get tequila shots. I know we got the kid here and everything, but tequila makes you feel good.
Tequila power!
The taxi driver, he said, no, that's not tequila. He said, that's tequila.
Tequila. Not good tequila?
No.
No?
I'm heading to the pool right now to find my boys.
It was getting late. Adric wanted to go to the pool. We were kind of ending in one spot and going to another spot, which was the pool side. So when you get sat, you either get sat in the pool or the beach. You can bounce back and forth if you want, but it's probably best that you just leave your stuff in one area because your server's the one there that's going to take care of you. If you go from one spot to the other, then you have to go to the bar or whatever because you don't have your own personal server anymore because everybody there at the pool that got sat at the pool has their own personal server. So that's the way it works. So keep that in mind. So what we did was we left a tip to our server there on the beach and took our bags back. He said it's cool to just drop our stuff at whatever chair is open at that time. It was later on in the day anyway, and hung out in the pool there for a little bit before we had to leave.
Yeah, let's go.
This water is super warm in here.
Seriously.
The pool was really nice. It was nice and warm. It was clear. It was good. So then we had to get out and get drinks, but they were still included in our package. So got us some drinks from the bar.
Great time.
Oh, yeah.
Dad,
I'm not gonna flip it.
I really don't trust you.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but we gotta leave in like 10 minutes.
And then when you want to leave, you just go out where you came from in the front, and there's taxis lined up, and they ask you, you know, what ship you're going to, and jump in the taxi, go back to port.
We took a van back, real nice guy. Each way we had a wonderful taxi driver.
VIP service. Why we can stop to try some tequila on the way?
Kind of schooled us on tequila a little bit.
No time for tequila tasting on the way?
Always we have time for tequila.
Oh, no, I disagree.
Tip your cab drivers good too, because those guys work hard.
Too much tequila.
Shot of tequila, Brandy?
Oh, she said that earlier.
So you want a shot of tequila?
No,
We wanted to take one of those bikes back.
we're taking the bike. We took a ride, one of those little bikes to the ship. They're free, they're tips only.
Let's go.
And a dude took us back past the duty-free shop to the Jubilee.
We enjoyed that a lot. That was fun. Adric had been looking forward to that.
We made it on the ship 15 minutes before we were supposed to be for all aboard. That's how we do it in Cozumel, baby. That was our day in Cozumel at Paradise Beach.
Had a great time. Would recommend it to anybody. Family, no family.
Definitely think it was worth it.
Awesome day in Cozumel.
It was great.
I enjoyed it.
It was a very clean environment.
Do I like it more than Mr. Sancho's? I don't know that I can say whether it was better than Mr. Sancho's or not, because I remember the service being really great at Mr. Sancho's too. So I think it's just gonna come down to your preference. I would watch videos on both. I would watch it if you're trying to decide. And I know there's more than just those two also, but this one definitely seemed more geared towards family friendly.
I gotta say, this was the best day ever. Oh, heck yeah.
So that was our experience at Paradise Beach. Take from it what you will. We just put the information out there. You make your own decision. But don't go anywhere yet. My family is passed out in beds right now. We had just taken off. I've been doing this video the whole time we got back on the ship. And, you know, now I'm talking about it. But they're trying to get refreshed because tonight is elegant night.
Dude, I crashed.
I'm drinking Brandy's bevy from earlier and mine. She got a double shot of Jack, and she got talked into this by the bartender. She was getting ready to order a drink, but Adric had to pee. I had to pee. I was like, order me a beer. So she got me a beer. She ordered a Jack and Coke, and he said, he's not here. Why not make it a double? And she's like, okay. So she got a double of Jack and then took a nap.
Yeah, I crashed out.
Stick around for this night. See where it goes. But it's not over yet. Tonight is elegant night. And I feel all right.
It's getting that time of the cruise where I'm afraid to look at my cruise balance. It's not going to be that bad, though. I feel like we've been doing pretty good. Quick tip, I don't know if I've went over this yet, but when you open your balcony door, it kicks off your AC. So when you open your door, you want to come back to your thermostat settings and make sure that your button is clicked back on. So if you've been in your room, opening the door, going in and out and everything, and then you notice later on that your room has been pretty warm, that might be your issue. But my family's sleeping and I'm like the only one awake. I don't know how long I should wait before I wake them up, but they look like they are so comfortable right now. And I'm like, should I join them or should I just tough it out? I'm thinking I should just tough it out. The sun is setting. We are finally on the right side of the ship to see this. I just woke Brandy up. I said, hey, Brandy, you want to see the sunset? She says, and goes back to sleep. I'm going to try one more time and then we'll see.
I think the sun sucks the life out of me.
So what does she do? She pulls back the curtains to try to look out. and see the sunset. There's no way she can see it very well from where she's at.
Apparently I missed a beautiful sunset. I don't know why James didn't wake me up. He said he did. Whatever.
I have video proof of it.
I don't believe it.
It just doesn't do it justice, okay? Just doesn't. Man, this is beautiful. I very rarely ever get a sunset where it's like so clear like this. I'm gonna get to see it melt into the ocean. Oh, it's starting.
I think that he just let me sleep straight through an absolutely beautiful sunset.
And there it goes. Another day down, another day in the wraps. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay, I gotta go in and shower now.
So tonight's elegant night. Just got out of the shower, did my hers, getting ready to do my makeup.
This is our third Carnival cruise, and for whatever reason, we always skip lobster night. So tonight, we're making it to lobster night. You know what would have made me feel a little bit better about what I'm wearing tonight?
Yeah.
I'm missing one accessory for tonight. One accessory that would have just topped off this whole look that I'm going for tonight. Something that would intimidate all the men around me. When they saw me, they would be like, I don't want to mess with that guy. I think you know what that thing is. A shark tooth necklace. Yeah.
I'm ready for a drink.
We do your time dining. Before we went downstairs when we were getting around, I reserved a table. It is elegant night. So I got kind of dressed up. I'm not feeling the best today. Actually tonight, I'm assuming it was the sun.
And probably all the boozing that she did today at Paradise Beach. Too much tequila. Nah, she only had one shot of tequila. Yeah, so we had some time to kill, right? So we decided to go down to Heroes Lounge because it's really close to our room. I went up to the bar, got myself an old fashioned. Adric and Brandy played a little bit of foosball game. They had something going on center stage that was called a Rio celebration. So we sat and watched the show that was going on there. It wasn't anything too spectacular. We were just killing time anyway before we went to the main dining.
We got in earlier than what the estimated time was. So we went to dinner.
For an appetizer, I got calamari. I think Brandy got calamari for her appetizer also.
Adric got a steak.
Our server cut up his steak for him. That guy was great.
James got crawfish fettuccine.
And that was pretty good. Brandy got the lobster tail. So somebody got the lobster, right? On lobster night.
The dinner was fantastic. Service was great. We didn't get our original service gentleman, so Adric was a little sad at first.
They had their show going on in the main dining like they always do, you know.
We had a great set of servers for tonight. They were wonderful. And the food was awesome. But after dinner, we were kind of walking around and then just standing there and we're like, where do we want to go now? And Adric was like,
I think I'm good with just going back to the room.
And I'm like, sold.
I think you're right.
Me too.
We had a good day. I feel like today we already maxed out our fun.
So here we are, back in the room. But overall, what a great day we had today. Cozumel did it again. We loved Paradise Beach. But yeah, it was a great day. And tomorrow is a new day.
Tomorrow's our last sea day and last full day of the cruise. We're going to try and enjoy as much of it as we possibly can.
It'll be a good day tomorrow, and then we pack up and we head home. So make sure you like and subscribe.
Well, I guess I'll see you in the next video.